Hello everyone, you're listening to The Right Side of Gaming. So recently I was reading over, I guess some people were having issues logging in. They were getting a login error, and someone said, oh, just go into the actual program file for the game. Like I think the default is like C program files 86 Magic Legends, and then there's the exe file in there, and run it from there. And that seemed to work for some people. And people were also saying that the game seemed to be running better for them. So I thought I'd give it a try. I completely logged out of Ark, so I didn't have that running. I went in, I have it set up on not necessarily my main drive, but on another one that's actually inside my computer, but it's in pretty much the same place. And I ran it. So I want to give you an idea of these numbers in context. When I first started playing the game, before we knew about all the slash commands to turn stuff off, I was getting maybe 25 to 30 frames per second. And that was when it was running well. Sometimes it would have issues and there'd be like a lag spike or something, and I'd get down to like, hey, there's like 5 to 8 frames per second when it's really struggling. So then I started doing all the commands and stuff, and that got me up to the 35 to 45 frames per second range when it was running well. Okay. Now doing this, running it from the program files, it brings it up. You get the Magic Legends launcher, but it doesn't launch Ark, so I don't have Ark running in the background. But I do have the normal Magic Legends launcher. You'll see it. It's very familiar. And the actual game. And I go in and I do all my normal slash commands, and I was getting around 45 to 60 frames per second during most of the game. So if I started a fight and there were creatures around, I was getting more than my optimum frames per second previously. When there wasn't a fight going on, I was getting around 65 to 80 frames per second. So just the overall travel, that was a huge difference. I think the biggest numbers I saw were 100 and 120, but that was for the loadout menu and a loading screen respectively, so I don't think those really count. And a lot of people probably don't care about the overland travel portion, but still getting 45 to 60 frames per second is still a lot more than I had been previously. And outside of running it from the programs file, from the little exe, I hadn't changed anything else. I did all my normal graphic fixes and whatnot. I didn't change the graphic settings. But in addition to running a bit more smoothly, it also looked better. I think because it wasn't struggling to deal with Ark in the background too, it could render things a little bit better, a little more smoothly. So I had a game that was running smoother and looking better than it did when I first started playing, or when I don't run it from the exe, when I go through the Ark launcher. Now, I don't know if maybe other people with better setups might not see such a drastic change, but for me, it was like playing a completely different game. So if you haven't given it a try yet, I would suggest just going in, closing out your Ark launcher, going into the program files, running it from the exe, and then doing all the normal stuff you would in game to get it set up how you like it, and see if that makes a difference for you. That's all I had for today. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you'd like to leave a like, comment, subscribe, that'd be great. If not, that's okay too. I understand. Either way, I hope you have an awesome day, and I will catch you next time.